Honestly, bro, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be pissed off at me right now. Oh, look, there with the chickens again. Whatever. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be pissed off at me right now. So, I'm just gonna be honest right now. So, at that time when I was, like just starting out, I. Okay, let me just be honest. At that time when I was like starting out, so like I didn't 100. I was like when I was going in and like I was getting some traction, and then I like I started like backing down. So like at that point I started to like judge myself and ask if this is like really what I like want to do later on. And like I stopped uploading to this account, and later on like I started missing this account. I just really like I just really took this thing for granted, man. Now I need to understand that I am very much blessed to have the amount of subscribers that I do, and like I just really took this whole thing for granted, and I didn't really 100% understand it. So like, if any of y'all like see like me not posting that much, and like me just suddenly stopping, just like I just want you guys to understand, like at that point of time I'm a bit like questioning myself if this is like 100% like what I want to do, and like I don't really know. So yeah, but anyway, I am here to like start this entire like I got isekai'd thing again. I will be posting decorative sooner or later. Like I will start posting that thing again because like I like decoratives. Okay, well there's the sound again. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. But anyway, so I guess I'm kind of gonna give a description on Zero. Oh, so Zero is just a normal type of guy. Like he's like every normal guy. So Zero has like black hair with brown eyes. That's and just use your imagination. I guess I'm not that good with character descriptions. Just remember that much. So anyway, we start off. I don't really know where I left off, but anyway, I'm just gonna start off random. So like after the introductions of like everyone giving their stats out and their names, the king informs them that they were transported to a new world and that they are heroes. Heroes that will be destined to defeat the demon lord. Since, well, at first, like this is gonna be similar to the Rising of the Sheet Hero. I hope I clarified that much. So like, the entire thing is most likely gonna be the same. It's gonna have the same plot, but no, not necessarily the same plot. But we'll just go as we see. So like, they summoned them to fight the demon lord. Now, they have 4 specific roles, and each of those roles are different from each hero. So we have 4. So we have 4. Well, scrap the roles now. Basically, they were just gonna have to fight and grow stronger to defeat the demon lord in time. So, so yeah, Zero starts while asking questions since, well, he had his normal life back, well, where he lived, and he wants to go back. He just doesn't want to abandon everything that he worked for, and that he just, he just wants to finish that life. He doesn't want to start all over again from scratch. So, the king says that no, they'll have to defeat the demon lord first. Well, no, scratch that. The demon king, well, the demon lord, what? No, the king says, well, they're sorry because they're gonna have to defeat the demon lord first before they get transported. The other 3 heroes start to get outraged by this, and says, "In the man." Okay, sorry for that. That was my brother coming in. Coming, he just wanted to hear something, but anyway. So, the other heroes demand that they get sent back to the world, but they just get the same thing as Zero did. So, the other three heroes, well, Zero is, well, slightly just, well, he is not entirely there. He's zoning out, let's just say that, yeah. Zero is zoning out, and, well, that's one. Well, he just sees a couple of people just demands and shit goes by. A couple of minutes back, and Zero finally snaps out of it. As the king tells them, well, everything finally settles down, and the king tells them to follow the priest. And the king walks away. The king, well, the priest take the heroes to their room, and they, the priest take the heroes away into their separate room. So, there, the priest leave them, and basically the heroes just start introducing themselves. Okay, I don't know. I don't really know anything. I don't remember anything clearly. So, I guess that's a naming opportunity if anyone even sees this video. But anyway, so comment down some names that you guys have and character info, or yeah, just anything in general. So, well, yeah. But anyway, so dogs barking, you're gonna hear that a lot. But anyway, so basically, the heroes introduce themselves, and it's Zero's turn. They all start giving info about themselves and just telling and just, well, talking about themselves. So after a while, it's Zero's turn. He introduces himself as Z, and that's all that they know, and that's all they have to call him. He says his name is Zero. He is a high schooler, and if you guys are confused on why the sudden character change, just know that I do not remember anything, and I do not feel like watching the video back. So yeah, but anyway, so basically, he just introduces himself as Z. He's a high schooler, and he is 17. So after that, they just start to talk and talk. As Zero walks up to a window and looks outside and says, this really does feel like a different world." Oh shit, what the fuck was that? Anyway. As Zero walks up to a window and says, "This really does feel like a different world." And one of them blurts out, "This almost feels like an RPG world." Zero looks back and asks them, what's an RPG? The other heroes look at him like he's a weirdo and just starts explaining on what an RPG is. That, and so Zero finally gets it and says he never really had time to play those. Back in his day, he was really into first-person shooters. He was really just into first-person shooters. So after that, the heroes decide to go to bed and speak up on this tomorrow. And after that, the heroes get summoned. I think I'm gonna go back inside. So after that, the heroes go back to sleep, and we time skip to the next day. As priests come into their room and tell them the king has summoned them, so the heroes get out of bed and get prepared as they head to the throne room. There, the king says that. The king starts to explain everything and how this world works, saying that the heroes are summoned and that they must defeat the demon lord. So after that, the heroes start questioning on how they're supposed to do it. As one of them says, as one of them says, if you look at the bottom of your, if you look at the bottom of your vision there, you'll see this weird icon and just focus on it. As the heroes does that, and they see this weird type of status about them pop up, a screen window like thing. As it says their name, and their stats and health. And so the hero, and so they start just looking over it. So one of them, the king starts saying that they have this type of special magic that is only special to them, just like in Rising of the Shield Hero. So it basically just tells them, it just basically tells them everything they need to know, and yeah. So one of them just one of them starts saying that, why don't they just introduce themselves properly and just see each other's statuses. The others look at him kind of weird, and he just throws his hands up in self-defense and says it's just to learn more info about each other. Since saying that they can probably adventure together. The king suddenly says that if they do that, it will hinder their progress, and it will basically it'll not cause them to get stronger, faster once they're separated. They decide to go with it, and they start to introduce their stats, seeing as one of them has the highest stats. So you guys decide to name the 3 heroes, and yeah. So after that, the king says to go back to their rooms, and they will be summoned shortly. So after that, they go back to their rooms, and a couple of hours later, the king summons them again. As they enter the room again, they see a bunch of other people there. The king says these people will be guiding you on your adventure. So instead of them picking, the other people pick which team they join. So as they join, they just join randomly. Seeing that one of them has more than the others, as Zero seems to have none. Scratch that one. Her name. So Z looks at this and just he just decides to not complain about it. Seeing as Z in his past life was a bit more of a loner and stuck to himself. He is not thrilled about the idea of going with people, but he just decided to roll with it. So, yeah, I think this is a bit of a short episode, and yeah, I'll end this here. Goodbye.